Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I hope everyone's doing good. Welcome to Melissa Chambers Consulting, Wednesday Words of Wisdom. So this morning we are going to very briefly talk about shame or embarrassment in a diagnosis. And I would like to compare this to, let's say cancer or congestive heart failure, or if your loved one has a heart attack. Are you going to be embarrassed? Are you going to be embarrassed to tell anyone? If your loved one gets diagnosed with cancer, is there any shame or embarrassment in that? Would you be embarrassed to tell someone that your loved one got this diagnosis? And the answer is probably no. I think all of you that are watching or will watch would probably say no. You would not be embarrassed to say that your loved one had a heart attack or has congestive heart failure or has cancer diagnosis or whatever. That's not something that we are typically embarrassed of. So as I have said many times before, some sort of dementia diagnosis, whether it's Alzheimer's or something else, is a brain disease. Something is wrong with the person's brain. Just like if someone has congestive heart failure, that is a heart disease. Something is wrong with the person's heart. So if we would not be embarrassed of a heart diagnosis or a cancer diagnosis, why would we be embarrassed or shame to tell anyone that our loved one has some sort of dementia diagnosis? Just something to think about. Now, I know that when we are out in public, sometimes our person living with some sort of dementia diagnosis might say something that is a little off the wall, or something that they wouldn't normally say, or they act in a way that they would never normally act. That does sometimes happen, and sometimes it is not appropriate, or the words just went right out of my head. It's not something that is socially acceptable. Typically, we normally would not do something like that. And sometimes they do those things, or they say those things that are not socially acceptable. And that can be slightly embarrassing. But the diagnosis itself should not be anything that we are ashamed of or embarrassed of, the person who has the diagnosis or the loved ones, the caregivers, the loved ones trying to help them. Now, what I'm going to do, a suggestion that I have given, many people have given, I have given them over the years, is if you are concerned about the way your loved one is acting in this stage or season of the diagnosis, we can carry around little, almost just like a business card size, just saying something along the lines of, please be patient. Someone with me has dementia, or something like that. And so what I'm going to do is, on my website, melissachambersconsulting.com, I do have that resource tab where I have forms that you can print out to take to the doctor, and I have a form that you can print out to use if your loved one moves to some sort of senior living community and fill it out. I'm also going to make up, probably in the next few weeks, this little card that you can print off and just carry around with you. So if you do go to a restaurant or, somewhere, and your loved one is maybe not doing socially acceptable things, or, something that you feel like you just want to let the person know, like, please be patient with us, you can hand them this card. If you don't like the idea, you don't have to use it. But I will have it available in the next few weeks for you to be able to use, and I'll let you know when I do have that up and running. But I just wanted to put that out there, that this diagnosis is nothing to be embarrassed of or ashamed of. Although I do know, and I totally understand that sometimes it can be difficult or complicated, or just something that when we are in public places, you feel like, you want people to know, like, please don't hold this against us, or please don't be mad, or they're not doing this on purpose, or, things like that. So sometimes this card can be helpful. So anyways, those are my thoughts for today. I hope it was helpful to someone. And if there's anything that you need or anything we can do for you, please don't hesitate to contact us, melissachambersconsulting.com, the Contact Us page, or up above on the Facebook page, or the YouTube page, our phone number, our email, all of our contact information. Thanks. I hope you have a great day, a great week, and I will see you next week. Bye.